Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever your time schedule in the world. Welcome to another new edition of the review of the mass adoption training of the previous day. So it's such a great privilege for me to have you on call this morning to give you the rundown of what we had from the mass adoption training of yesterday. My name is Giras Mufonko Mofo Money in the Kruger community. I'm the chief member helper and I'm joining my voice to the many voices of the Kruger community to always give you updates on what is going on in the Kruger community with Mofo Money TV French. It's a privilege to be here, and it's always a great time being with the admin of TBC in mass adoption training. So, guys, I will always invite you to always try to attend this meeting on Mondays through Wednesdays when it is 4 p.m. West and Central African time. It's very chilly this morning. We are in the peak of our raining season right now. It's really cool here. That's why you see me putting on all the whole of this time very warm clothing because it's not an easy task here. I do hope that the seasons in your place are cool and great right now. So that be it. Yesterday we had a very great time with the admin of TBC, and he went along to give us a whole lot as far as what we are doing is concerned, and there is a whole lot on board for everyone that is a member of the Kunga community. The reality is that most people are not well informed and they are not at date with what they need to be doing, and they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing at particular level. It's not their fault, it's because they may be ignorant of what they should be doing. So for yesterday, the admin of TBC started by talking about the the Goodwill program. The Goodwill program will be coming round two for Ivory Coast will be on the 20th of this month. So the 20th of this month, Ivory Coast is going to go on round two of the Goodwill program. And in September, India is going to go for round two of the Goodwill program. And in October, Cameroon is going to go for round three of the Goodwill program. So, Anmin was trying to say that we are doing this Goodwill program because they are in line with our mission. And if everyone in the community that is active can understand that their program fee they pay, there is part of that program fee that is allocated or is put on for this Goodwill program. So, we should really cherish the opportunity of carrying this out. And Anmi said he would have loved that we should be doing good wheels even every week or even every day. But as funding is coming in, we may see as from next year if we can increase the number of good wheels, or if we are still doing good wheels, we can step up the amount so that it should be something substantial. So that was the first aspect of which admin talked about, and we're going to look at it detailing. Secondly, admin went around to talk about the continuation of what he started yesterday. He said last Monday he talked about how and why of TVC. And he keep on saying that each of his trainings are not the same. And you need to attend these smart adoption trainings because this is the place where the nuggets are being taught and where people are being given what it takes. So last Monday, he talked about the why and the hows of the Kruger community, and he really exposed on that. And if you were not in that training, I think I did a review of that mass adoption, and you can get it on this channel. I think was the mass adoption of the eight. So you can go and get the review of the mass adoption of the eight, and you're going to understand why TBC, why we're creating an economy of ours, and how we are doing it. But yesterday, admin said we are to answer the question on the criminal community on how. The how is the question admin answered yesterday. So he was trying to expose what we should understand by TBC and how we can take personal responsibility to make things work for everyone in the Kringle community. So that was the standpoint or the focal point of yesterday, and he went around to develop how we should start thinking differently, how we should work on an economy which is a global one, and how we should have a state of mind of abundance which will permit us to see things from a different perspective. So the reality of what Admin was saying yesterday was that at the end of the day, we should be able to do things in a way that we can permit everyone that joins the Kringle community to have what it takes. And this has to do with the teams that we have. He said the conclusive word on his training yesterday that the rotator team is awesome. And the rotator team being awesome, why? So these are the things that we are going to examine gradually as we unfold what the admin of TBC did yesterday. So let me take you into the back office and let's start to examine point by point and element by element which the admin of TBC talked about yesterday. Okay, let me take you to the back office right now. So right now, we are at the Kringle back office. And right here at the Kringle back office, guys, there is a modification that has come up. And yesterday, Admin was talking about the blog post that gives specification on what you should be doing right now. But right now in the Kringle back office, you have this information which is telling you about your current expiring date. Most people are falling off the core team or they are losing their position on their respective teams because they are not taking into consideration their date. So your current expiring date is something that you need to take care of. So once you open your account right now, you're going to see this great job done by the development team. Bravo, development team, for this great. This is really a great reminder that gives everyone to know that their account is to expire at this date. So my account is to expire on the 1st of May 2023. So at this date at midnight, I need to activate my program in not order to be left out from my program. And as admin did a very great post yesterday to explain the different programs. So we need to let everyone know about this. I think this is even right there on the dashboard where it exposes right out there to everyone the teams and the payouts and the responsibility for you to take charge to maintain yourself in your team. So check your account expiration and keep on time payments or you will lose your spot on these teams. So you see that we have so far the core team, the backup team, and the rotator team. Spots to be filled on the core team are 11,111. These spots have been filled already. The backup team, these spots have been filled already. And the rotator team, we are filling now the rotator team. So this is where the target is right now. And you will try to understand why the admin was saying it's still very important for you being in the rotator team. And the money TBC take for each team, TBC paid monthly for the core team is 200 TBC, backup team is 100 TBC, and the rotator team is 50 TBC. And the first day of the match, you know, the article will talk about triple match for triple pay, which is the so huge event that is coming to the Kringle community. Is that what? On January 12, 2023, those of the core team, that is the 11,111, will be in possession of their first match, which is the quantity of TBC they will have in their wallet on that day. They are going to be given an equivalent in KLUV. We have the backup team that their first match is going to take place on the first of the 12th of February, pardon, meaning that the quantity of TBC everyone in the backup team will have on that day, they are going to give them an equivalent match of that amount in KLUV. The rotator equivalence date or first match date is on the 12th of June. And at this date, every member of the rotator team will be given the equivalent of the exact amount of TBC they have in their wallet. The exact amount of KLUV that corresponds to the TBC they have in their wallet. Now, the second match, the date for the second match for the core team is on the 12th of June. So this person is going to receive again this. But at this time, we are going to not use TBC, but we are going to use the quantity of KLUV that you receive at this date. Is the quantity of KLUV that will be used as the match to give you either the double, or if you have spent some of your KLUV, you will given an equivalent to the amount that has remained from what you have spent, which will be the second match for the core team. Same goal does with the backup team. The what you receive, the KLUV you received in February will be the target or will be the matching stick that you're going to receive your KLUV for the second match in the month of June. And the rotator team will get their own second match on the 12th of December 2023. So you see that June will get their second match on 12th of December. But right now, we have another great position, meaning that what the third match for the core team is going to happen on the 12th of December 2023. And for this match, the judging gate or the judging gauge will be what? The quantity of TBC that you receive from January 12th and June 12th, and the total that you're having right at that particular moment will judge the quantity that will be given back to you. Same goes does with the dose of the backup team on December. They are going to have the same, and there is no triple match with those of the rotator team. And Armin was striking very hard that being part of the rotator team is still a very huge responsibility and a very great opportunity for you to be among those who are going to be running the treasury of TBC. Because right now, many people think that they have lost their position. No, the reality is that most have not even taken time to check on what is all about. And you see, this is the global information on all the teams that is well spelled out here. And I would love that everyone in the community should read these instructions, because once you don't do what is necessary, it's your responsibility to remain on your team. Many people are coming to my inbox on WhatsApp, on Telegram, and on Facebook Messenger, telling me I don't understand why I have followed the core team or the backup team. You fell off the core team or the backup team because at midnight, the day your account was to expire, it didn't renew your account for the next month. And it has been advised that everyone should pay in advance in order not to fall out due to expiration of the date of your program actualization. So this is the number that we are really making it clear. And the key to remain or getting to the core team position is to not let your account expire. We now extend your KCBO expiration date, so pay early or pay in advance. So if you still come up to complain as others are complaining, I don't know why I was here, I'm seeing this information, but I found myself having 50 TBC a month. What went wrong? You paid after your expiration date. Now you need to pay in advance in not to lose the position you have in the team you are in. Please note that the call team updates at midnight several times each day. Payments received today will update your eligibility status at that time. So every midnight, your eligibility is updated. So if you are in the core team, guys, make sure that you maintain your position among the 11,111. You need not to fall out, because if you fall out, you're going to lose a whole lot. And the backup team is the team that we are building. And right now, admin said we should get focused on building this team right now. We are about 2060 people already on the backup team. So this is the time to keep building with the backup team and get focused on the backup team. And admin was trying to put through that it's not bad being on the backup team, because everyone that is on the backup team still stand a better position, because all of us are going to be the people that are going to run the treasury of the Kringle community. Once we attain 111,111, the treasury of the TBC will be transferred to the members of the rotator team, and we are the ones to run the Kringle community. So Amin was trying to demonstrate that by using this table to really explain out what it takes to be part of the rotator team, and why we should get focused right now on the rotator team, and the advantages we get being member of the rotator team. So Amin was trying to tell us here that looking at this organigram structure, which depicts or show what the different levels in the criminal community are all about, we know that 11,111 we are here, 11,111 we are the 10,000, that is 11,000 people right here, 11,111 are 11111. Now we had this 100,000 that is here, where 5,000 was used to do a replacement on the 11,000 team. And the remainder on this 10,000 is 95,000, which make up the rotator team. And this is the team we are building now. You see that there's no separation. They have the same color, means that they are at the same level. But the reality is that at the same level, but different advantages depending on their arrival. So those of the core team arrive first, those of the replacement team second, and those of the rotator team third. The reality admin was trying to put here is that all of these people plus these 1 million people belong to the billionaire zone of the Kringle community. And belonging to the billionaire zone of the Kringle community give us the 111,111 members that are going to run the TBC community, with an exception that these 1 million people that are coming on board are going to recruit in order to have TBC. So it is still very, very advantageous for you to be part of the 95,000 on the rotator team, that you are receiving 50 TBC a month. And Admin was saying that 50 TBC a month is so huge, because if you take the currency calculator to calculate the value of one TBC right now, and the value of one TBC at maturity, because at maturity we have the mission of having 1 billion members in the Kringle community. And every new member that joins the Kringle community adds 4 grains of gold, is valued at 4 grains of gold, or 1 grain of gold that is valued at $4. Yes, that is it. So each member that joins the Kringle community is adding a grain of gold. Oh, am I investing it? Let's see. Each member that joins the Kringle community brings in an addition to the value of TBC. And this value of TBC is measured in grains of gold. 1 grain of gold right now is almost $4. Means that everyone that joins the criminal community is adding $4 to each value of all the members of the criminal community. So Amin was trying to tell us that being in the rotator team, you're still among the billionaires of the criminal community, because these other people that don't belong to the billionaire zone are the millionaires. And I mean, ask the question to Carl. Carl, do you know how much uh, a millionaire in the criminal community will have? And Carl told admin that a million he doesn't know. He gets a guess amount. Admin say a millionaire in the criminal community will have at least one TBC. Meaning that what? Millionaires in the Kringle community will have at least one TBC. But at most one TBC, pardon. But you see that they are still going to have a whole lot of money. And the people that will not belong to this level are going to be the people that will be working for the criminal community. That is 3.5 billion people. So we attending 1 billion member is where our membership is going to stop. So TBC membership is going to stop when we attain 1 billion. That will stop counting our membership. But it doesn't mean that people will not keep up joining the criminal community. People will keep up joining the criminal community, but at this time, they will no more add value to the value of our TBC coin, because the value of our TBC coin reaches maximum once we have 1 billion members. And at this stage, the billionaires are going to solicitate the help of the millionaires, pardon, are going to solicitate the help of the billionaires, because what I'm trying to tell you is right there. That is it well explained there that members with more than 0.01 TBC coin, at least less than a whole TBC coin, are going to be these ones. So their maximum should be 1 TBC coin. So these people will bring up project and solicitate the billionaires to have equities in their business. Having equities here just means that they will need more funding from the people that we can see them like banks in order to fund the project and have shares in the project that the people of the billionaire zone, the millionaire zone, will be are doing or are carrying out as project. So Amin was trying to explain to us that this is the standpoint of which we need to see the criminal community. And talking about the why, or no, not the why, the what of the criminal community, Amin went a long way to substantiate and tell us that we are building a full-fledged economy from ground up. And to build a full-fledged economy from ground up is to make everything afresh. An economy constitutes nearly everything, meaning that what? To have a full-fledged economy, as the TBC economy, we need economic developers and we need not consumers. TBCs need to shift their dimension or shift their mindset to see themselves as those people that are at the center of the development of the community, meaning that these people that belong here, they are the ones that are to put all the necessary infrastructure, being it all people of all walks of life, making negotiation with merchants and permitting merchants to integrate the criminal community, of which right now can permit everyone that is in to have the opportunity to live in abundance. The reality is that we need to shun away the mentality of focusing on ourselves, because what the mentality most people are trying to bring up of what we have tried to understood, as what admin was saying yesterday, is that people are just saying that on January, as they will receive, they will spend. No, that is not what is really important to the criminal community. The reality is that admin is giving out a whole lot to the criminal community. And once we understand what it takes to have abundance, we will necessarily not only want it for ourselves. Because talking about the value of TBC right now, if you can imagine what 1,000 or 10 TBC or 50 TBC would mean for you, you will understand that that is a transgenerational wealth. That is not a wealth for one person. That word is for over a great number of generations to come, because only one TBC times the value of TBC at maturity will give you 4 billion. 4 is it 4 billion, 4 trillion? The amount is so huge that let's go to the currency calculator. and we try to see the value of one TBC right now, the maximum TBC maximum value calculator. Let's see. So in future, if we say one TBC in my local currency, what would it be the maximum value of one TBC? Because we are saying this, let's take USD first. One TBC, for one TBC at one billion USD per TBC, 1 billion. So one TBC at maturity is going to be 3 trillion 720 million. 3 trillion 720 million. That is the value in USD. If you want to have it in my local currency, you need to take this value and you multiply it by 650. So you're going to see that the value of only one TBC is so huge. Let's talking about you receiving 50 TBC a month till we empty the admin's wallet. So this is to tell you that the rotator team, which is we are now focused on building, is a great opportunity of which will give you wealth that you can really stand on those premises of those world and believe that you are not doing this for yourself alone. This world is for future generations to come, and you are going to use this opportunity that has been given to your hands to help grow and execute the mission that God gave you. Because this is not only to say that people are waiting on 12th of January to start spending the money, squandering it. You know that a dollar you spend in January will cost you $3 in December, which therefore means that what we have here an opportunity to really make it work for us. And for those who have issues or those who are facing troubles, admin said if you can look, we have extended the member helpers contract. Here, right here, you can see that the numbers of these people to cater for whatever reason you may be having is increasing in number every day. So everyone that has an issue should come here and select somebody and get his detailed contact and get to him for whatever issue you may be having. We couldn't have been increasing this number if we're not seeing the community growing. So more people are to come here, and this is a proof to show to you that we are doing things differently. And these guys are there 24 hours and 7 days a week to help solution the issues that you may be having. So you should step up and try to do as much as possible to be able to be with these guys and let them help you with whatever issue you may be having. More on that, Amin took us to expose on the value of what we should be having as far as KLOF is concerned. He went on to tell us that if we look at the numbers of holders of KLOF right now, we're going to see that he said his mind is not even so that wrapped around the number right now, because we are almost 18,000 plus right now that are fully active in the criminal community, and the number of people having KLOF or holders of KLOF is still very minimal. So we as cash centers, we should help people to pay their program fee, but we should also help them to install MetaMask so that we can push the value of this KLOF to go up. Because right now, looking at the market cap, Ami was trying to show to us yesterday that if you look at this market cap of KLOF right now, you're going to see that we have a daily volume of 47,896. That is the volume of liquidity that we have exchanged in the criminal community for 24 hours. You see that this volume is not only coming uh, from the payment of a back office's account. This volume is coming from the market. And he was trying to tell us that the more the pump is bigger, because he tells us that the value of KLOF moves. We are right now, KLOF is at $21.3 as I'm doing this live right now. And he says that what for us to attain quickly $100. That is our expectation by January. We need to increase this number. We are only at 2,932 holders. So everyone that is coming on board, that you are bringing them on board, help to set a MetaMask wallet and help to make them to have at least one KLOV in order to be counted as a holder to increase this number. Because the more this number are going to increase, the necessary value here is going to increase. Because if we take um, the value that is right here now and we share it among the 11,000 that are going to receive in January, we're going to see that it will not be possible for everyone to at least remove a $1,000 a day. So for us to really make this value to grow up to $100, which will give us that possibility of being able, excuse me, to withdraw $1,000 for members of the core team that are 11,000 in number. We need to at least have 1 million holders or 1 million people participating in the market of KLOV. And Ami went back to say that the article Pump and Perch is explaining that the poem that we have, that is the great number of people that come into the community, gives a lifting advantage to all the members of the community to have the possibility to withdraw the value of KLOV in January as bigger as possible. So why should we retain our effort on what we have already done? We should focus right now to tell everyone and to make everyone to know that being on the rotator team is something very, very interesting, because the wealth that you have on the rotator team is still very huge. There should be no regret of people that have moved from one thing to the other, but they should get concentrated and make sure that they do the activation of the account on time and be able to benefit from the advantages that will be accorded to them. So I mean, what want us to start thinking as people that have resources, because you cannot have 1,000 TBC like the promotion of the month of July have gave you 1,000 TBC, and you still thinking that it's not money or you just want to catch it out. No, you should start thinking like somebody that have the necessary resources, that has the possibility to do a transformation or to impact his environment. And you should start asking within you, what is that thing that you came here on earth to realize? And that is what should be guiding you, not that you're going just to go and get the amount, start spending, sleeping in hotels, buy cars, do everything to please your personality. That should be a stupid reasoning. We are not meaning that from January with the KLOV, we are just going to have a token. The KLOV is just a milestone to what the world of the crypto community is all about. Because with GGR, we can have a new full-fledged economy where we spend GGR because it's already money. It is gold. And if merchants start accepting whatever we are to purchase or whatever we are to exchange with GGR, we can already start using GGR, and having GGR, you can swap it to KLOV, you can swap it to far more. So that is already an opportunity to for us to see ourselves as already in abundance. We need to fill the 95,000 spot left. And that is why we should look at the article on the pump and purge, which will give us the value which rotator team needs. The rotator team needs to get forward. So let's stop looking backward and let's get focused to on the rotator team and look for the possibility to make it grow. So the most important thing that we should be saying now is the match. The match is the most important thing that we should be talking about. And talking about the match, you should not forget the title of which we have. We are economic developer. An economic developer, like we look at it the last time, is there to bring solutions to the different economic agents. So we are the ones to look for merchants. We are the ones to bring all the different uh, members of the chain of productions together to give the opportunity to our community to grow. We are the ones to construct the community. And I mean, say an economy cannot be built in a day. 6 years for an economy is a very little. So we have a long way to construct an economy, and we have different levels and different hierarchies of the economy to be built. And that is why you see the structure that we have already is a meritocracy structure, and we are doing everything to maintain it. So that is what we should be focusing on now, and bringing more people on board and telling them about the match to benefit from all what we are offering in the Kundu community. So that is how admin tell of the meeting of yesterday, and he said that the rotator team is an awesome position, and the value for you being in the rotator is an inestimable one, because not everybody will have the opportunity to have such a position. So let's try as much as possible to share this video and let everyone know that we have great wealth as far as the Kringle community is concerned, and we are to do our best to make this continue. You need to participate, you need to do what is necessary, and us doing what is necessary, and all of us together benefit from what the Kringle community is offering. So guys, share this video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, like and subscribe, and once ever I'm live, you will be notified. So hit the notification bell whenever I'm live, or share this in your group, share this in your WhatsApp group, and tell everyone to focus on building the rotator team as we push forward to our first match in January 2023. So I greet everyone that was in the chat: Gillian Zana, Idrissa Togo, Rosemary Zawu, Gafa Azumana, uh, Kachui Toy Joseph, Rosemary again, Mercy Leader, TBC Azan, Giyal Abed. So I greet you all, and immediately after this with the French community. Donc, merci beaucoup. Immédiatement après ce live, je serai avec la communauté francophone. Merci, et on se retrouve juste derrière. Have a great day and bye bye. Good weekend.